Hey, good morning. So I'm going to leave a door open here for anybody to ask any questions. Anything you want to talk about related to Kurt and Nirvana. It's April 5th. This was the day that supposedly Kurt passed away. I think that it was probably April 3rd. I personally think that Kurt may have OD'd at the hands of a drug dealer, and then there was a cover-up. There was rumors of a Narcan shot given to Kurt, but it didn't work. My feeling is there could have been drug cartel, drug dealers involved in a cover-up, including friends. Like the friends were most likely threatened. I don't know any of this if it's true or not. Okay, this is just what I think happened. May have happened. I have my reasoning behind this. I'm sure a lot of you think I'm crazy. You can, but think about it. I know some people that I've talked to that have filled me in on some details involving people that were around at that time. So, anyway, we'll leave it at that. There was a cover-up at the hands of drug dealers, is my feeling. And there was other people involved, but they were forced to be involved because of threats, because of the power of a drug cartel at that time, selling drugs to very wealthy people. You know, unfortunately, Kurt died as a result of this, and his life wasn't saved by the Narcan shot. And then instead of calling the police or calling, I don't know what happened. The guy that contacted me that told me some of this information, he didn't tell me the whole story. So if you're listening, why don't you tell your whole story? You were manipulative to me and didn't finish it off. Didn't tell me, you just threatened me. So fuck it. There you go. I don't know anymore. I don't know what happened, man. I know that if anybody is holding information like that and something happened to Kurt and they're holding information that would result in finding out if something different did happen to Kurt, involving a cover-up, it makes so much sense that it was something like this. That's why everybody is keeping their mouth shut, because it's at the fucking hands of a goddamn drug cartel, and people were scared. And now at this point, it's too late. It was just open. It would open a door of shit, man, because the people that are really guilty, they're not going to say. There's no proof. They're not going to say anything. Did Courtney know something? Most likely. Was she really involved? No. Was she involved in a cover-up? Very possible, because she was scared. The last thing I'm going to say, go to the documentary Hit So Hard that Patty Schemmel did. There's a point in there where Courtney Love, Eric Erlandson, and Patty are backstage, and it's right after Kristen died, and I think only those three. There might be one other person in there, and they're upset. Patty just died, and they're talking. There's a name bleeped out, and they're telling a story And this was a guy that was with Kristen. And he had sold drugs to Kristen. And he was also Kurt's drug dealer. But many of you have never heard this name. Tom knows this name. We'll leave it at that. All I know is this person did exist. And the people that know this should talk more. I don't fucking get it. You know? Why not? You know? Even that guy who was the drug dealer, if he's still alive, why not just tell your story, man? Say what happened. It sounds like it was an accident to begin with, you know? I mean, this is perfect timing, too, because of the coronavirus. They might not even lock you up, you know, because there's no... Why not just tell your story now? Do it. Fuck it. Anyway, I'm a little pissed over that whole thing. I'm not going to go on into this anymore, but there's a really good chance Kurt OD'd at the hands of a drug dealer. A Narcan shot was given. It didn't work. The guy took off and made a bunch of phone calls. At that point, there was a drug cartel involved and Kurt's friends. And possibly threats, possibly... That's partly my thoughts of how it... That doesn't mean that's what happened, but that's what I think possibly happened. But let's hear the real story, man. Come on. You know, all you have to do is do a video and be honest, tell your story, exactly what happened, and you can even send it to me, and I'll pass it on. And believe me, people will listen if you're honest and you can prove it. You know, otherwise, you know, you could prove you know enough information that you could make this story. You could make this story sound realistic and put some people on the spot. That's what it sounded like to me, you know. You just manipulated me in emails, and I don't think that's cool at all. You know, and you initially sent a message to me on a YouTube video, which another person saw that emailed me on Facebook that said, "Hey John, did you hear about the time Kurt was with the drug dealer in the greenhouse and the drug dealer was shooting up Kurt. Kurt OD'd. He gave him a Narcan shot. And da-da-da." And I was like, what? So I messaged you from that point. But somebody else that I know saw that message, you know. So you just need to tell the rest of the story, you know, at this point. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. All right. Bye.